When the system upgraded in 2001, we were able to get into a Mexican crew that were making dope. And we were actually supplying California with meth. And we had 2 or 3 major labs here in the Eatonville area that before we even got to up on the wiretap. The very first time we bought 5 pounds of meth from Mexicans, which was unheard of back then because you're usually buying an ounce, a quarter pound. Turn around and buy 5 pounds right out the gate was, unheard of. They were getting their push tab ephedrine pills that you would get at the local highway grocery store. We would find them going to the highway grocery. We would go there and give them a little card saying, you can't do this anymore. And then we would turn around and hear them later on the wiretap. And she goes, hey, I got that for you. And then Mexican would come back, Kim, I love you. So it was kind of funny. And where you hear how this really went on, where they knew they were doing bad things, but they really didn't care. And then when we ended up doing the takedown, we ended up with 99 pounds of extracted pseudo, which was huge at the time. Barrels upon barrels of solvents. And the Washington Ecology came out and said it was one of the worst labs they had seen in Washington. These guys got 10 years for that, which was crazy. It should have been more. I started opening my eyes to how the federal system really worked. I mean, we had a lab at Eatonville, and we got one of the cooks, and he went to trial. And the prosecutor would get up and say, yeah, your fingerprints were on here. Your fingerprints were on here. Your fingerprints were on here. And then the defense would get up and say, well, why were your fingerprints? Well, I picked it up and asked them what you do with this. And they said you cook meat with this. And we're like, really? Oh, what about this? Well, they said they cooked meat with that too. And at the end, the judge cut him off and said, well, he was meant to do that. Even though the jury came back and convicted him, the judge said, no, there wasn't enough.